Okay, sorry about that. I tried to squeeze everything into the last video, but we just have a couple more things I needed to go over. Um, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but these videos, the program I'm using, 15 minutes is the longest that they can be. So that's why sometimes I have to rush to get some stuff in there in the last couple minutes. But since I'm doing this over, I kind of wanted to go over these expenses again. So what kind of expense is if you had a gym membership, what kind of expense would that be? Well, it would be fixed because it's something that it's the same amount from month to month, so that makes it a fixed expense. It's discretionary or a non-essential expense because it's not something you have to have in order to survive. It's really good and healthy for you, but if you need to make some budget cuts in order to save money in other places, that could be something that you could cut. Okay, so then what kind of expense would your monthly rent be? Your rent, which is also again the same from month to month, so it would be a routine expense. Routine meaning fixed. This would be a fixed, non-discretionary, or a necessary expense. So you need to have a place to live. Granted, you can make adjustments as far as how luxurious your lifestyle is, as far as where you live, but it's still an expense that you would incur every month if you rent. So then finally, what kind of expense is your electricity bill? So now this is something you can count on having every month, but is it going to be the same amount every month? Some months you might have your lights on all day, some months you might not. So that would make it a fixed variable expense. I know I'm throwing all these crazy terms at you. They're really pretty self-explanatory once you think about it. But again, this is a fixed variable because we can count on having it every month. Variable because it will change every month. But it is a necessary expense that we need to have in order to survive. Okay, so on page 18 of your text, sorry about that. Let me pull that open here. Okay, so this is another piece to that budget example. Again, this is Kathleen. So in the first video, she talked to us about her new job, how much she's making, the taxes and everything that are being withheld. And in this video, she talks to us about her savings goals. And so check out this video. And again, I strongly encourage you to download the PDF script that goes with this. It's not very long. It's a pretty short video this time, but it does tell us what her savings goal is and when she wants to achieve that. So we need to, when we're creating a budget for her, we will need to figure out how much she needs to be setting aside each month in order to accomplish this savings goal. So check out that video, and let's see what else we got. So I think it talks about her expenses maybe in that video, but maybe in the first video. So again, have that other PDF script ready and available and look those over before doing that assignment. So then the creating budget assignment, I do plan on doing together in our week 2 Class Connect. I strongly encourage you to at least attempt it on your own and see where you get. And but then we will go over it together during the Class Connect so we can get all that figured out. Okay, then there's a matching game on page 21 that's really helpful with some vocab terms that we talked about today. So go ahead and test your knowledge on that matching game. And then you should be ready for the Unit 1 exam. I do have study guides. This is something I forgot in the welcome video to mention, but in this doc sharing folder, I have study guides for every unit. Okay, so before every unit exam, you should go in here, download the study guide, make sure you're knowledgeable about everything on there, and then go and take the test. So I think that's all I have for you on this video. Thanks for watching, and the next video we will be covering Unit 2.